Greetings from the newly reimagined Carnival Sunrise. Used to be the Carnival Triumph. $200 million makeover has done this lady good. You know, there's nothing a grand old lady likes more than a good plastic surgeon, and she went all the way to Europe for hers in Spain. But this video, we're going to talk about our favorite things that we've had this. We're halfway through our 14-day Journeys cruise. So this is Sunday. Tomorrow is actually halfway through. A week ago today we were driving to New York, so we're going to talk about the things that we've really enjoyed, because we always like to start with the positives. So my sister is grabbing a drink at the bar, which is probably her favorite thing because she's my sister. But we're going to start with Matt, and then we'll move on.
Hi. Like she said, we are almost halfway through our cruise, so we still got another week plus to go, which is pretty cool. After having so much fun and as much time on the ship as we've had, we still got another week to go. So we're trying to nail down a few things that we really liked about this ship and about the things that we've done so far. So our first stop was Grand Turk, and one of the things we did was we did a golf cart, rented a golf cart, and kind of drove around the island. So that's one thing that I really liked, that whenever we talked about it, I was like, yeah, it sounds like a good time. I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I'll like it or not, but I really ended up liking it. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and get on a golf cart, and as you're passing by little bars or little restaurants or little shops, stop, stick your head in. You don't have to buy anything necessarily, but just kind of get a feel for the local people and what's going on there.
And it was $60 for a 4-person golf cart for all day.
$60 as long as, and then you had to, they asked you to stop and put gas in it, which was about $5 American money that we put in gas. So it's about $65 total for the golf cart for the day. And you can go as far as short as you want to go. And so we probably used it 3+ hours in that neighborhood, I'd say.
Yeah, we found a lovely hotel.
Yeah, the Osprey Hotel. We went there. So I forget who recommended it. I think it was a crew member.
It was the magician, Bobby Borgia.
Magician said, "Hey, check out the Hotel Osprey." And so we went there, and the beach was really nice. They didn't charge you to get in. We bought a few drinks. Back by Pennsylvania standards, they're a little bit high priced, but hey, I'm okay if they're going to give me a place to swim and let me use their Wi-Fi for a half hour or whatever, catch up.
They had a pool.
A pool if you wanted to jump in the pool, which we didn't, but it was a nice place. And if we ever go back to Grand Turk, which I think which I think we probably will, that'll probably be one of our stops. We'll probably go there regularly. And we're also talking about maybe just doing a week there perhaps sometime in the future. Right. So that was one cool thing, Grand Turk. Okay. Another thing that I've liked, our room steward has been really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to, Frank's his name, and I don't want to get to know Frank personally, know about his wife and kids. I just want him to take care of our room. And when I come back, everything's the way it should be. I don't want to have to be calling him, asking him to do things. And every time I walk into that room, twice a day, he's made up the bed.
And there's ice.
Refreshed the ice, replaced the towels. And that's what I want out of a room steward. Like I said, I don't want to have to call him, and I don't want to, not that I don't care about a guy, but I'm here to have fun and do my own thing. I don't want to really have to interact a whole lot with the room steward.
And we don't want to slow him down. He has a lot of work to do.
He's got a lot of stuff going on. So it's been a fantastic arrangement.
He probably doesn't care to get to know us too much either, because he's...
No. There's a new crew in here, in our case, in 2 weeks. So that's been really good. And we're on deck 3. So Frank on deck 3 is really good. And the last thing I'll say that I've liked, I always appreciate the way the Carnival guest services always treated my wife and her sister whenever we've done any of this memorial stuff. They've always gone way above and called to verify a couple times prior to when we were scheduled to go throw the flowers overboard, just to verify, ask is there everything okay, do you need anything. Those people, they treat you very kindly, and then they give you your space during the time that you're down there on deck. They're not over your shoulder, they stand off, they're just waiting until you're done, and you you give them the nod, then they take you back up.
Yeah, they don't rush you. They do
don't
not
rush
rush.
you. They take as long as you want. If you want a half hour, fine. You want 10 minutes, fine. Whatever it is you want, they're there to stand there and take care of you one way or the other. So those are the three things that I'd say at this point stood out of my mind so far on this first 3 days, or first 6 nights,
First
I guess.
half, yeah. Okay, Ramey's finally back from the bar.
Hello.
So, Ramey, top 3 things so far, halfway through on the Carnival Sunrise.
First off, I guess I would say is the waiter staff. The one person that really stands out is Camelo. He always makes sure that you have a drink in your hand and everything, and he's just awesome, and I wish I could take him home in my pocket,
Yes.
but I know I can't. And the second thing that I would say that really stands out is the guest services. Like my brother-in-law was stating, this trip we went down to the morning station and threw flowers off in memory of my mom. They were awesome. They went out of the way to make sure everything was done the way it was supposed to, and they did an awesome job. And I guess the third thing that stands out is the food and the cheers package. I would recommend it. Anybody that ever does cruises and everything, make sure you get the drink package because it definitely pays for itself. So those are the 3 things that really stand out to me.
Yeah, Ramey and I every morning have pretty much been meeting for coffee at the coffee shop because they have a full coffee shop here with seating and everything. And we've got our coffee, and I like my coconut water to keep myself hydrated, and Cheers package covers all of that.
And I will say also too, this Miami Vice drink was always one of my mom's favorite drinks.
That's true.
And I guess this is the one, one of the reasons why I love drinking them so much, because every time I get one of these, it's for you, Mom.
Okay, moving on to my brother-in-law, who has a critical mind, and he's always thinking and always, well, actually, he's always plotting and scheming, but we're not going to talk about that now.
I'm the weird one, okay? I'm a millhunky who thinks about the big picture all the time, who can stand while we're all watching a movie last night and look at the curvature of the earth, okay? And also look up in the air and see the vastness of the universe and wonder where I stand and all that. And that's...
He usually stands at the bar, but that's not the question.
I'm standing at the bar, okay? So I'm not exactly sure how I fit into all this, but I am very happy to be part of it, though. It's complicated. I don't know. Somehow I got involved in a group of people that are pretty cool. And you know what? If you're a millhunky, you understand what I'm saying to you, because you don't get a lot of things. You work like a dog, and at the same time, you dream of bigger things all the time, okay?
And sometimes that bigger thing is the Diet Coke on a cruise ship, going to your next port of call. So what have been your top 3 things on the ship? Because we've been here a week almost.
The service absolutely blows your mind, because you spend all your time trying to make the boss happy, okay? And all of a sudden here, they're trying to make you happy, and you literally aren't exactly sure how to handle that. But after a while, you get the fact that you're on top, finally.
And hopefully you're more gracious than your
And
boss
you,
is.
you are, and you know what? I am more gracious than my bosses.
Right.
And so I appreciate that. I love the fact that I can go swimming with the kids, okay? And then all of a sudden I get out of the pool with the kids and I can go to the hot tub with people that are my seniors, okay? That there's an incredible diversity of people, and you have to appreciate that. You do.
Yeah.
And that's all three of mine all at once.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been a terrific trip. We are in the Atrium Bar, which I think, what are they calling this? The Sunrise Bar, the Lobby Bar. Yeah, so you can just look and see how gorgeous it is. I mean, the glass elevators and the lighting, and there's going to be a guitarist starting soon, and the ship itself is beautiful, and I can't even begin to tell you that it. Yeah, look, the flooring and the beautiful. I love the beautiful staircases and the artwork around the ship. So the Carnival Sunrise, we're very happy with it. Yeah, it's just a beautiful ship. It's a beautiful time, and I think this is the perfect time to remind people that adventure is indeed out there. So go and have an adventure.